Recently, I've been watching The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina on Netflix. For those of you who don't know, this show is based off of the 1996 television series Sabrina the Teenage Witch, which itself was based off of the Archie comics. In the Netflix series, 15-year-old Sabrina is trying to decide if she should fully accept being a witch on her 16th birthday, or if she should stay in the murder world with her boyfriend, Harvey, played by played by Ross Lynch and other friends. Currently, I'm on season 1, but during my watch of season 1 towards the end, I noticed a connection between the autistic experience and Sabrina's story in the show. Much like Sabrina, I've always felt a bit like I had 2 feet in 2 different worlds without fully being planted in either. For her, it was the murder world and the witch world, and for me, it's being able to partly fit in with neurotypical people while still being autistic. If you were to see me walking down the street, you'd probably assume I was neurotypical. After all, I'm able to speak well, I can fake eye contact long enough to be considered normal, whatever that means, and I don't often show visible stems like hand flapping or rocking, all traits that don't line up with the world's sometimes very narrow view of what autism looks like. In other words, I've managed to create a very passable mask. But dig deeper and you'll start to notice my differences. For example, I might make an off-color joke here and there, hold eye contact for just a little bit too long, and use words in a way that others might find a bit odd. But nothing really to worry about right off the bat. But often when I meet new people and start letting the mask slip, they start to pull away and question the differences they once saw as normal quirks. Kind of like Sabrina's friends, who can tell there's something different about her, like when she was secretive about her birthday plans on Halloween, or when she didn't want Harvey to come over to her house. The closer they got to the real Sabrina, the more they pulled away out of fear. There's one scene early on in the show that really stuck with me. Feeling guilty about hiding her witch side from Harvey, Sabrina brings him to the woods and tells him the truth, though he doesn't take it well.
Harvey, do you remember at the beginning of the school year what Miss Wardwell told us about Yale Greendale? How there were witch trials like in Salem, but no one ever talked about them or wrote about them. There are no gravestones, no monuments.
Hazily, yeah.
That's because the witches didn't want anyone to know, so that the coven could keep living in Greendale privately, undisturbed, through the centuries. So that we could.
We? What are you saying? That you're a...
half-witch. On my father's side.
Are you saying all this because you don't want to be with me? Because I said I love you?
No, Harvey, no. I'm saying this because on Monday morning, I don't want to suddenly be gone from your life and you not know why or blame yourself. I know it's a lot to take in.
That you're a witch? Sorry, a half-witch? Yeah. Yeah, it is.
For me, this scene perfectly mirrors the feeling people like me with autism get before we tell someone that we are autistic who might not understand. And while Sabrina was able to erase Harvey's memory so he wouldn't remember that she told him, in real life we obviously can't do that. So we are stuck with the first reaction a person might have, good or bad. Though in my experience, the fear isn't actually people disliking me because I'm autistic, though that does and has happened before. It's more that I worry people will see me differently after I tell them. I can't tell you how many people have gone from treating me like a capable adult one minute and completely changing their tone once they learn I'm autistic. It's like I go from an adult to a fragile child in their mind. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not mad or ashamed of my autism. In fact, I love being autistic. It's one of my favorite parts about me, but that's just it. It's one part of me. And for some people, they stop seeing all of that once they learn about your diagnosis. It isn't all sad and doom and gloom, because being autistic is actually really awesome, and there's plenty of people who will see you for who you are, like Theo and Roz did with Sabrina in the show. And these people are really great and will still love you for fully you. And in the show, even though Theo and Roz already knew that Sabrina was a witch, they still accepted her.
What's going on with you?
Yeah, you look a little freaked out, Sabrina.
I called you all weekend.
Me too. I wasn't feeling that great.
Brina, we need to ask you
Are
something.
you a witch? Are you a witch? What? You guys, if this is some kind of joke.
It's not a joke. The Cunning showed me something. A vision. And my Aunt Dorothea wrote about you in her journals. She said the Spellmans were a family of witches.
Well, that's just...
Brina.
I wanted to tell you so many times, but how could I? We're here for you, Sabrina.
We will always be here for you.
I actually had something similar like this happen to me one time with a boss who kind of picked up that I was autistic because his son also was autistic, and he didn't treat me any differently, which was really cool, unlike some people who knew I was autistic and were still mean about it. But know this, people often aren't hating on you because they're just cruel people. Oftentimes they're scared about what they don't understand. Same reason Harvey didn't want to accept anything magical from Sabrina, even though he still loved her. But it's also important for the neurotypical person to start accepting the full person, because if you just love the mask, you don't really love the true person. And while the outside world might be confusing and hard to navigate, it's important to find a covenant of sorts who will always love and look out for you, like Sabrina has with her aunts, Salem, and Ambrose, even if they have their own struggles like all humans do. Because once we stop seeing people as weird creeps or anything else like that, we will start seeing a truly beautiful way of looking at the world. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I really hope that I got the point I was trying to make across. It was kind of like hard for me to do that because this is the first type of video like this I've ever made. So I really hope I was clear and that you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and my Patreon, as it really does help to support me. And if you want to watch more about autism and the workplace, click on one of these boxes. Thank you.